Okay, so I'm gonna just continue this drawing and yeah, add a little bit of details. Alright. A lot of things happen in the Mango Empire. What happened? A lot. What? Hello there, fellow people. So now this topic is a bit more different. I have various friends that stay in this one group on Facebook called the Mango Empire. And occasionally in this GC, there's always some pretty wild stuff going on. Some events that involved even a bit of sexual harassment, which I'll discuss more about in a few minutes. But most of the time, all they do is just to goof around and argue about the dumbest stuff, like if lemon is better to be eaten using a bowl or a plate. Not just that, but there's also a freaking courtroom. Yeah, you heard me right. A courtroom to see whether one is right or wrong in the GC. I don't message much or talk much in the Mango Empire GC because it's either I get involved for interrupting neither the left eye, interrupting if the argument about neither the left eye or right eye is better to use, or maybe get told the dumbest questions that lead to public execution in North Korea. But sometimes, I have to admit, they do spark good or average conversations from time to time that engages me. But most of the time, yeah, it's literally just fever dreams I don't want to get involved in. Now, onto the sexual harassment part. I would like to advise that this will not be too explicit and that you may skip or stop watching if you're uncomfortable with this topic. So, we had this one member who is a really close friend of my friend, if that made any sense. Let's call him Mimi. They had this one conversation that involved Mimi's cousin doing weird things like showing him dick pics, which is asked by DJ and asking him for dick pics. Like in this picture shown, as seen from Mimi's POV or point of view, this girl or cousin of Mimi, let's call her Anna, clearly and apparently also sent those corny anime gifs, something like that, and in this image, she'd also confessed to him in Russian. Like what? That one anime? What's worse is that she already dated somebody before and used to watch match PFPs with him, also having multiple crushes, like shown in this image. And in this image, asking him if DJ wanted to see towel. Now, mind you, all of this happened when I was completely busy at the time. And everything was really, really hard to process. Now, what's worse is that some of our friends decided to make a GC that involves her as a plan to gang up on her, which when I eventually got added into. But the moment I was in, Anna was acting like a completely normal person. And was none of the other members even dared to confront her. I was like, what? Why was I even added here? The person that had probably thought of this plan thought that this was gonna end up moving like the Utah Eugene versus Sukuna fight. Now honestly, if there are ever people like this, it's seriously just better to block them or just ask help from trustable people from the family to solve this issue, instead of planning the Viltrumite war from freaking Invincible or something like that. Now what's so bad about this was that DJ genuinely liked this girl. Now honestly, none of the two mentioned in this. And this should be now honestly, none of the two mentioned in this should be attacked in this video, because they are generally still minors like us and still have a lot of time to redeem themselves. This is only an awareness and not a video to attack the following people in this video. Now, we're going to get the other side of mine isn't really too clear.
What's good, gang? You can call me by Mimi. So, this story all started in one day during April 16 at 8:26 p.m. My friend asked me, I have a question, but it might break our friendship, and I was wondering if you want to know. I replied with, what? He asked, so you know Anna, right? I replied with, yeah, she's my cousin. What about her? And he got an entire story to tell. It all started 2 years ago, apparently and accordingly to him, 2024 by the way. She messaged him first and asked, do you know Mimi? He replied with, yeah, I know him. He's my friend. He viewed her profile and kinda stalked her and found her cute. And then it went on and on until things get messy once he requested to see the cute kitten, and then she sent towel pics. Yes, her in a towel, not towels. And then she demanded to see the private part of a boy. And then EJ didn't say anything after that. And then he saw their previous chats and messaged her to say sorry he forgot about her. But then the unexpected happened. She confessed in Russian. He didn't know what to say, so he left it on read and told me everything right after those events. I went to vacation where my other family members live, including, and also I checked her phone to see if those are true. She demanded her phone back or she jumps off the balcony. So I gave it back. She also told me a secret. She can swim, but she just didn't want to when we're going to the beach. Like, what type of secret is that? I just stared at her awkwardly until we got to the beach. After vacation, I told Curry the things she did, and after all of that, I blocked her on TikTok during Friday. And also, during May 22, she nicknamed my super duper skilled friend a bitch, even though he did nothing. I confronted her asking, hey, why'd you do that and stuff? She replied with, I don't know, he just pisses me off because I lost the streak with Tan, my other cousin by the way. And then yeah, that's apparently it. I didn't confront her of her doings, but maybe sometime later I will.
Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I really don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before.